Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is episode 39 of my gameplay series in Sandy Bay 19. If this is what you're looking for, then please stay tuned. Alright folks, welcome back. If you hear any paper rustling or rustling sounds in the background, that is my new cat, still being obnoxious, but it's okay, he's pretty cute. So I have a couple days gone by. So yesterday I did a bunch of, we had a couple of field, geez, I can't talk. We had a couple of fertilizing contracts I was knocking out. I'm working on this one right now. So I currently did, well, I did a $26,000 one, a $2,700 one, a $3,600, a $1,000, a $2,900. So I'll add up the total here in a second. So we're doing good on money. So I'm going to knock out this one. And I think today, let's see here. So we want to plant field grass, and I wrote this down, I believe, didn't I? Jeez, let me get, I'm not organized. You would think I'd be ready for this, but I'm not. Okay, there it is. So we're planting field grass on field 3, 1, and 5. So here, here, and here. So we're doing potatoes here, and then we'll do either onions or carrots here. I think we're gonna do onions. Actually, it doesn't really matter, but anyhow. So we'll do that up there. Yeah, potatoes, so field grass, field grass, field grass, potatoes, onions up here. So that's the plan. So I think we can plant the field grass today, and then I think tomorrow we'll do everything else. I mean, I think, so looking at the temperatures, if we go over here, field grass has 37, onions or carrots 41, and potatoes are also 41. So we're not there yet, but if you look at the weather, once we heat up to 40 degrees or 40, once we get over the 41 mark, we're not supposed to go below it again. Now that's pretty close. Like, I think tomorrow I'd feel more comfortable doing it, but I think for today, I think I'd feel okay. Well, it's gonna rain today, but that's fine. As long as I can, I think today I feel okay planting the field grass, and then I will plant the probably the potatoes and stuff tomorrow. So what I am gonna do, let's go ahead and get something set up over here. So what I've been doing actually with the cows, I've been using this guy just to put TMR and stuff around and in. If we look at the cows here, 39,000 liters of milk, so that's awesome. A little bit of manure in there, and they're pretty well taken care of. I took care of them this morning. I do have the time set to 5 times just because it's not going to matter a whole lot. Let's get over to, where's the John Deere? I think he's up here. Yeah, there we go. So here's the John Deere. We'll go ahead and we'll use him for, I've mixed, I think I did a couple more loads of TMR while I was sitting around, but we'll disconnect that. We'll use this guy for planting just because this has plenty of power, and I just happen to have the whatchamacallit, the what do we own? The can't remember, the Fendt. That's right, it's a Fendt. I don't know why I thought it was something else. Oh man. Okay, where are we at? Right here. Okay. Well, so we'll grab the seeder and we'll go ahead and get field grass going. I think once it gets warm enough. It's not quite warm enough yet, but I'm just gonna get that set up, and then we should be able to get all the field grass knocked out pretty quickly. So once it gets up to a point where it's good to go for field grass, I think I'll go ahead and slow the clock back down to 1 times. And then after we get the field grass done, we'll take care of that. So as far as contracts go, I'm just going to knock out fertilizing contracts as we get them. Or if I get any other contracts I think we can do, like sowing ones that I think are worth it, or that we'll be able to make enough money on, then I'll knock those ones out as well. So this guy needs, well, we don't have the solid fertilizer right now since I haven't moved it yet. You know what, let's just move that real quick. It'll just take us a half a second. Let's grab the solid fertilizer out of here and move it up to the silo it should be in. My cat is has a wonderful habit. So he's a kitten, as I've mentioned I think before. So he has a wonderful habit of jumping from wherever he's at and trying to land on me with his claws in me. So that's his new thing, which is great. So he has injured me. I have several scratches on my arm from it. Normally he's pretty chill, but I think he's not trying to hurt me or anything, obviously. He's just being a kitten. Perfect, so we'll get this moved up to the actual silo it should be in, then we'll get the seeder loaded up, get that staged, and then we'll get going on seeding once it gets warm enough. And then I think my goal this episode would be to get us through spring and maybe part way into summer. We'll just kind of have to see, honestly. I may not even do as much with silage and grass as I have been in the past, just because it takes so much time, so much of it. I might do, like, cause I think I can do field 21. I might even buy a couple of grass fields maybe, because can we sell? We could sell this. How much is that? 181. I might sell that actually, just because I think I can do course play on this. If I can't do course play on this, I might actually sell both of these, which I know they're like kind of part of the property. But then if I buy up a bunch of the small grass fields, I think it'll be easier because I can use course play to get those mowed. I believe. Maybe not. I'd have to try it, but I could at least maybe hopefully somewhat do that. We do need to get we do need to, what was I thinking of? Oh, we do need to make more hay bales, I think. So as far as the series go, I will be honest, guys, I don't know when I'm going to wrap it up. I might end up kind of putting it on hold, if you will, like get to where we're going to kind of like a good spot to stop. So maybe after this year even, and then I want to start another series because I'm really excited. I have so many things I want to do. So I think I want to start another series after this one. And then after I get that going, I think what I'm going to do is, yeah, I think once, and then maybe I'll occasionally do a Sandy Bay episode, like maybe, I don't know, one a week or so often, just for those of you that really like it, and not do it, just do it kind of, I don't know, out of fun or whatever the case may be. But I really enjoy playing on this map, and we're gotten in a really good spot here where I don't really just want to stop playing on it because we've gotten a lot of effort and put a lot of time into it. But I think part of it will make it easier for me if we don't do grass as much, because I don't think we need to. Yeah, if we can sell those two areas and buy some grass fields, if that will work for what I'm thinking of, then we'll try that. The good thing about selling and buying fields is it's not a loss thing, so you don't take a loss. Maybe since I have enough money in the bank, maybe I'll try it out by buying us a grass field and see, once it's ready to harvest, buy us a grass field and see if we can't use course play. So if we can use course play and I can get workers to do part of it, that makes my life so much easier. So that might be something that's worthwhile to look into. But again, I don't know if it's going to work, or it's, you know, I think it should work, because with course play, this one won't work because it doesn't have a number on it. But course play can, you know, kind of read numbers, and this one might be more difficult. But yeah, we'll just, I think it'll just be best for us to try that out. Did he finish the contract? No. All right, well, let's go up there and knock that out the rest of the way real quick. Pickup truck's parked there. Yeah, you need to get some of that stuff at the bottom. Preferably without driving into those people's homes down there. That should be knocking out some of it. Yeah, that's going to knock some of it out. So that should get us the rest of the way, hopefully. All right, we're making slow progress. Yeah, we'll get this knocked out here. And then this guy, I'll probably just have him chill up here in case we do pick up any more fertilizer contracts tomorrow or the next day, once this one's done. Just because it'll be kind of nice to keep knocking those out, because those were making a lot of money, actually. We made probably, I mean, this year alone, we probably made already $120,000 or $130,000 on fertilizer contracts, which is legit. Okay, is there still stuff here to be fertilized? No. Great, we got to go over there. Well, it's worth a shot. And this is my first episode that I'm recording of Sandy Bay after I've hit the 1,000 subscriber mark. Now we're up to almost 1,050, so thank you guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board here. Oh, we finished it. So yeah, welcome. Glad to have you on board. If you're new to the channel, we'll go ahead and accept that contract. 4621, I'll write that down on my list here. Okay. That was 4621, right? Yeah, okay, perfect. But yeah, welcome to the channel if you are new. I welcome you. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're a part of the channel. The channel has grown way faster than I would have ever even imagined. So I'm very thankful for that. You guys are awesome. The channel is monetized. If the ads are annoying, I apologize. It helps me to be able to make a little bit of money. But again, I'm not doing this for money. And I talk about that a little bit in No Man's Land episode 45, which would have come out, yeah, the day before this one comes out. So if you watch both, you would have already seen that. But I'm not doing this for money, so don't feel obligated to, you know, I don't know. I'm going to try to start like a merchandise store and stuff, but I want to use the money to help you guys out as well, as in doing more DLC giveaways to cover the DLC giveaways I've already done. I think I spent $80 on the first round of DLC giveaways because I just gave everyone $20 that one, even though it was a $15 DLC, just to make sure I could cover tax and everything else, just to kind of make it pretty standard and easy. So yeah, and I enjoyed doing that. You didn't even have to buy the DLC if you didn't want to with that, and I was okay with that. That's fine. But so I want to do that again. I know Giants has plans to release another DLC or two this year, one or two, I think more. So once those ones get ready to go, I definitely want to be able to do a DLC giveaway with those as well. There you go. There's field grass. Oh, brains are coming. No worries. But so yeah, I enjoy doing stuff like that. The other thing I want to do is it costs me money to have dedicated servers that like I control, like Farmer Cop servers for multiplayer and stuff like that. So I want to get at least one of those going to start with, and then I'm looking at getting probably a second one shortly after that. This is one of the ones we're planting on. Yeah, so we'll get this guy staged up here. But so yeah, that's just kind of where I'm sitting at as far as all that stuff goes. Yeah, so it helps me out to be able to do that kind of stuff. I'm going to do like a merchandise store at some point. I can't do it on YouTube because I don't have enough subscribers. You need something like 10,000 subscribers to be able to do like the merchandise store bar on there. So I'll probably set up a separate one, just kind of that's on a website or something. But yeah, so I'm going to do that. Don't feel obligated to buy. If you want something that's Farmer Cop or says Farmer Cop on it, like I'm going to probably get me a couple of Farmer Cop mugs just because I love mugs. Don't tell my wife. She says we have too many mugs. But anyhow, so something like that. If you would enjoy it, you can buy it. But don't feel like you have to buy it because you want to support my channel. Regardless of how much money I make or how little I make, I'm still going to keep doing Farmer Cop videos. This is kind of like my hobby. It's not something I'm looking to make into a business. It's just something that I enjoy doing. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. What I'm going to do is kind of hold off and wait. I'll probably it's actually warm enough now. Well, the soil's not quite warm enough, but it is warm enough outside to start planting. But I'll probably wait until about noon in game, and then I'll start planting this guy. And I probably won't even need to touch the cows until this evening, and it maybe not even. I may not even have to touch them until tomorrow morning if I don't want to. So they're doing good though. Cows are doing great. We got lots of cows now. What did we start off with? Like 24. Now we got like 40. So I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20, 22, maybe just 22 of them. How much we bought? I don't remember. But even regardless of how many we had, that we got a lot now, 40 of them. So I probably will just hold on to them and just kind of have them grow up and keep producing milk, because they're going to keep just producing more and more and more and more milk. And I believe the Holsteins, they're mature, but I believe I think they live up to like 10 or so years, I want to say, from reading the guide. So we have them for a while. Like they're going to be fine for a while. After they probably get older and we start getting more and more, then I'll start selling off some of them. But for the time being, I think it's fine what they're doing. But yeah, and I don't know. I'll look and see. I checked the comments a few hours ago to see if you guys, because I'm recording this right after I released Sandy Bay 19 episode 38. Yeah, because it's 39. So I want to see what you guys think we should spend the money on. I didn't see any comments yet, so I'm going to go check that before we do anything. But I think there's a couple things I think I want to buy. I've made a list, if you remember from last episode. But yeah, so anyhow, guys, I'm going to keep just cracking on doing stuff. There's not a whole lot of other stuff for me to do. I don't even need to make any more TMR, I think, right now, because we have, I think, 200,000 liters, and we have more than for the year. So we have 200,000 liters in the storage, so I'm not too worried about it right now. But yeah, I'm just going to kind of chill and just wait for something to happen. All right, folks, it is the middle of the night, as you can see. So I kept going because, well, if you look up there, it's 36 degrees for soil temperature, so it's still not quite warm enough to plant yet. So I'm waiting for that to go up. So I think it will at some point today. We're in the late spring now, which is way later than I wanted to plant, but that's fine. Well, I don't want to be on that screen. Let's see if there's any more contracts, transportation. No, so nothing new on the contract front, but I did notice this that just popped up. A great demand for milk. So I think we're going to go ahead and sell off all of our milk. And yeah, that's the best price by far, and that's a lot better than it normally is. So I think what we're going to do for that, and this is one of the first things, I didn't have a chance to look at the comments yet. The first thing I want to buy, I think, is going to be a milk tanker. I think this is what we're going to buy, 32,000 liters of milk. And there's probably mods and stuff that are better or whatever the case may be, but I like this guy, so we're going to go ahead and pay for this. Ooh, black one. Black. Ooh, I like the stainless steel one. That just kind of looks nice. And there's the chrome one, which is probably your typical one, maybe. Stainless steel is 4,000 more. Why not? All right, we'll go ahead and buy that guy. Yes. Okay, so 72,000 out, but that's okay. That's not even denting into what we got from our contract money. So let's go in here. I'm actually going to reset it. I know I've gotten in a bad habit of just doing this. I'm kind of spoiled since the reset point is over here. And we'll go ahead and we're going to do a late night milk delivery. Jeez. Those lights look really cool at night. Oh, man. All right, let's back up to this guy. I'd say I'd do this as a thumbnail, but I can't see what's going on. So maybe I'll just do this. Maybe, I mean, you already know, obviously, what the thumbnail is. But Maybe it'll be like a milk delivery, but it won't be. I'll take the photo during the daytime. Maybe that'll be what I'll do. But let's get this guy over to the milk, which I believe it's that tank right there. So if we just pull up close to it. Let's get out and... Nope, that wasn't what I wanted to do at all. Back you up. Hop out of you. Oh, where'd we go? There we are. Also part of the issue of doing this at night. Please don't tell me I have to back up to that. Can't imagine where else the milk would be. I'm sure that's where it's got to be. Cow looks, when the cows sleep, they look dead. I'm not gonna lie, they do look dead when they sleep. Will this work? No. Nope, all the above didn't work. Okay. Well, let's drive around aimlessly until we find out where we get the milk from. It's actually kind of hard to work with when you don't have like really good side lights. Great going forward, but there's nothing on the sides. Yeah, that's gotta be where it's at. There's nothing else that would indicate otherwise. Pull around here. Maybe if we pull, I don't know, pull right up next to it, that can't be the problem we're having. That's got to be where it's at, though, because this is like the milking area in there. Or maybe it's in here, I don't know. Those guys don't open. The great demand's going to be gone by the time I figure this one out. I have no idea. Well, let me work on figuring that out, and then I'll bring you guys back in if I figure something out. Alright, so I found it. It's here, but while it's filling up, the reason I fast forwarded through the night is I realized we're not going to be able to get into where the dairy's at down there until the morning. Anyways, I think not until 8 a.m. So thankfully, the great demand is still there. It's still going strong, but yeah, we wouldn't have been able to get in anyways. So, and it's also very warm out. So now it's warm enough to plant everything. So we should be able to plant everything today, hopefully, and then hopefully we can harvest here or here. Yeah, that's the goal. Where's field grass? Could be harvested there. Wow. I guess if you planted it here, probably. But yeah, so we'll probably be looking back here. Yeah, so potatoes in the winter, technically. Okay. Yeah, so we'll hopefully be able to get everything we need taken care of as far as that stuff goes. But let's get this milk down there. So now the thumbnail actually could be easier to be taken. I'm sorry, but this is just too easy. I have to pull off this way. There's no way. I guess there's a gate there I could use, but no, it's fine. A little in-cab driving. This thing sits pretty far back in the in-cab view. But yeah. Alright, we'll need a better view. Make sure you don't get a speeding ticket up here. Been pretty good. I haven't got one in many episodes, so still we need to still try to avoid them. Alright, now you can floor it. Perfect. The entrance is gonna be around the front here, so we'll go straight down this way. And then we should be able to turn in here. Is it open? No, not yet. That's right, because it's going to wait until 8. All right, I'm going to wait till 8, and then I'll bring you guys back in for us to sell the milk and see how much we get. All right, here we are. Go ahead and hit I on that, and we should be able to haul a second load as well. Just clear all of our milk out. We won't have quite a full load on the second one, but yeah, it'll be pretty good. Pretty good load. someday. Very slow unload. $52,000. Wow. Well, that covered a lot of the cow expenses for sure. So that is fantastic. All right, well, what I am going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and head back up to the farm, load up, and bring it back down here, and I'll let you guys know how much I get for that one after I get it done. And we should still be, yeah, getting the good price. Okay, but yeah, just wanted to give you that. So see you guys a little bit later on. All right, so this field has been planted. I have the Fen out spraying it with herbicide. I think we can plant this with potatoes now. And this guy's out here planting this with field grass as well. And then he'll move up here and hit field grass up here. But I think this guy is powerful enough. He's a little off weight. He's a little bit too heavy on the back. So I think what we're going to do to kind of counteract that is, well, we'll buy our weight. I think that's pretty reasonable. 650. That one's pretty big. I think probably 1,000 is probably more than enough. We can probably even do it John Deere if we want. Nice. All right. We'll buy that for 1,000, and then I'm just going to reset that as well. Because it'll take us forever to go pick up such a small item. Reset? Yes. Okay. Let's go get this guy planting potatoes. But yeah, that way we can at least get another thing going, get another thing rolling, so we have some more stuff going on. Oh boy. Yeah, see, like, oh, it's normally pretty good, but I think just bouncing around on hills with some speed, I think it needs just that extra weight, especially if we're gonna have a worker try to use it. So, all right. Yeah, I think that'll help us out quite a bit. Yeah, you can already tell the difference. Just getting more weight down on the front axle is fine, so. All right, let's get this guy out to the field. It's hard to do herbicide preemptively because, like, it kind of scares you because you don't see anything happening, but it does work. At least it has in the past. So I'm assuming it's going to work again, just doing it, not being able to see the progress. Hopefully you can, or hopefully it actually does what it's supposed to, but we will see. All right, we'll do course play here. This one's going to take forever to plant. That's why I wanted to get this one going. Planting. Course generation for field 2. We'll do probably around, let's do maybe 5 around. Yeah, let's do that. We'll do as if it's that. Generate course. We go into here. Watch this. This is going to be kind of wild. Yeah, that's the course he's got to drive. It'll tell us how long in a second here. Let's hit. Let's do first waypoint. All right, he's going. Hour and 24 minutes, folks. That is why I wanted to get this going as soon as possible. He doing okay? Yeah, he's controlling it okay, it looks like. He just looks like he's a little off the course, but I think he is. Well, we'll just let him do his thing and see how it goes. At least that's when we can tell and go fix up the parts that he misses. But this is going to be such a huge potato harvest. Oh, I'm probably going to regret it, aren't I? Well, we're committed now, guys. This thing's going to empty super fast, so I'm probably going to get the pickup truck loaded with... probably get this guy loaded up with seeds to kind of help offset that a little bit. But, yeah, so that way at least that tractor can knock that out while I'm getting herbicide and the other fields planted. So, are you going to make it? Did you make it around? No, you're not going to make it around. I don't think you are anyways. Vehicle. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit stop driver because he'll just get stuck. And this is one thing I don't like about course play is when he gets stuck, it's not like other workers where they get stuck and they kind of stop. This guy will just keep spraying fertilizer. The good thing though, if I do this, I can see the course. And again, this isn't going to be perfect, but now I can just kind of drive it on my own and then I can have him start off from the nearest waypoint. So that's what I've been doing. Because I can then know where I need to go. So I guess it's another thing you could use course play for is you generate the course and then just do it yourself. Because like this, we'll hit this, but then obviously we're not going to make it around this. So we'll hit that, and then we'll drive that way, and then that way we'll get this little section there. Turn off, and then honestly folding would probably be the easiest, but we're just going to go for it. Just wreck and bend the beams of this thing. All right, did I do enough? Oh, not quite. Back up a little bit more. There, that should do it. There we go. And then we will back up. And once I get backed up, then I can hit drive course. Perfect, and it's just gonna keep going. And I think, where's the stop point? Is it over? Oh, there might be a fair distance. He's probably got to keep going out to over there. But anyhow, we can probably go hop in the truck here and get it out of his way since I just happened to. Yeah, it says it's in traffic. Oh, the other guy's done though. Yeah, the 6250R is the John Deere. So that one's actually done with its course, which is awesome. So we'll get it going. So that means this field's been planted, this field's been planted. So we'll get them planted in 5. Is that right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, where did I put my sticky note? There it is. Yes, 3, 1, and 5. So 3, 1, and 5 are field grass. So I'll get him up there to work on that. And he's slowly working his way around. He's doing okay. He's probably already, yeah, he's already burnt through 20% of the seed, and he's not all the way around the court. Yeah, it's going to burn through so much seed. Let's enter this guy. Oh, and he even folds it up. That's right. I guess you still have to hit stop driver. Okay, there we go. So that's all taken care of. So I'll get this guy going on to the next one. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update. Ideally, by the end of this episode, again, we're done with spring, maybe into summer a little bit, and we have everything planted. So right now, looking at the time, we're doing pretty good. I'll probably tell a police story here in the next segment. So yeah, I will see you guys in a little bit. All right, folks, we're continuing to plant potatoes. I think it has 41 minutes left. Okay, so not too bad compared to the hour 20 or hour 30 or whatever it was at the beginning. But so I forgot to mention last time the amount of money we got from the second load of milk, which is like, it was a 54% full trailer, so 17,000 some odd liters. It was $28,860. And then I mentioned I was going to tell you the total for all the contracts I had done. So that one contract I did in front of you guys, we don't have any other ones, right? Yeah, the one I did in front of you guys plus the 4 or so or 5 that I did before that, we got a total of $41,258 in those contracts. So that plus the 80,000 we got in that one episode previously, 37, 38, I don't know what it was. No, 37, yeah, where we did all those contracts. So lots of money from contracts, which is awesome. None of you guys have commented yet for how we should spend our money, so I'm not going to spend any yet. Let me know how we should spend our money. This will be the last episode for this week, right? If I'm looking at the schedule, yeah, the episode 39. Then next week might be the last week of Sandy Bay, so this might be, I'm just looking at it and I think it'll work out, at least for the time being. Again, I said I might do like an episode every so often and just kind of throw it in as an extra thing. But yeah, so this might be the last or not the last episode for a while. Next week might be the last 3 episodes for a while. So I'm sure we'll be able to get through the year. Basically have the planting done, and I'll show you that here. So if we go into here, I have onions planted up here, field grass, and field grass. So once potatoes are done here, we're good. So field 3 up here, 1, 5, 6, and 41 have herbicide sprayed down. So we don't have to worry about that. And as you can see, grass is getting close to being ready too. So we'll probably have to deal with that at some point soon. Let's go over to this screen. So fertilizer states, we definitely need to, that's the first one. Yeah. So yeah, we don't have any of our fields in 3 states. So we need to put, which I think is, I feel like that's wrong. I feel like it should have had some fertilizer on it. I guess when I planted it, I just used my fertilizer and didn't do anything, which really sucks, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm going to spray herbicide on this. I have the tractor here set to go, the Fent, to spray herbicide on that after we're done planting it. And then once they get up into the next growth state, we'll just start hammering them with fertilizer states just to try to get them all knocked out. 3 and 5 only need 1 more, but 2, 1, 6, and 41 need 2 more. Hopefully we can get in there before harvest time comes. But other than that, there's not a whole lot else to mention. So yeah, everything's doing well. Let me know what you guys think we should spend the money on. But to finish out, while this guy is planting, I have a police story prepared for you, if you will. I thought of a good one to tell you. So I work in a university town, so we have people from literally all over the world that come as students, and they, of course, they drive on the road. They do, they are a part of the community here. So as some of you who are watching this from other parts of the world know that this is the case, where driving habits or police customs are completely different depending on what country you're in or where you're at. And why that matters for this story is because in some countries, if the police have their lights on, it doesn't mean to pull over to the side of the road like it does in the United States. In the United States, if you grew up here, you know, okay, yeah, you see police lights, you pull over to the side of the road if they're behind you when you're driving. However, other countries, some countries, police just drive around with their lights on all the time, so it doesn't mean anything. Some countries, when you turn their siren on, that's when you're supposed to pull over, as the siren, not the lights. The lights don't mean anything, but the siren means pull over, so it just varies country to country. So I can think of 2 right off the top of my head, where I've had people who I've tried to pull over and then have not pulled over because of where they were from, where their country didn't have that custom, so they just kept driving when I was trying to stop them. They weren't like, it wasn't like a pursuit, right? Because they weren't running away from me. They weren't intentionally trying to get away from me, but they just kept driving normally, and I was behind them with my lights on. One of them, I was behind them for a while with my lights on and my siren on for about 1.5 miles, and finally they were like, well, maybe we should pull over, and they did. At that point, there was 3 police officers there because we didn't know what was going on, because we don't know, right? Because another reason why someone who knows they should pull over wouldn't pull over is, well, one reason would be they may be contemplating whether or not they're going to run or not. They may be hiding contrabands inside the vehicle, stuff that's illegal for them to have, such as different paraphernalia and things like that. They may be high, or they may be intoxicated, and so they may not want to stop because they know they're going to get in trouble, or maybe they're so far gone that they don't realize they need to stop because they don't realize the sirens or the lights apply to them. I've had that happen as well. So those are a couple of scenarios. They may also, too, the scary one, and why we always get officers going, I'm not worried about people hiding stuff or being drunk. I'm usually able to deal with them pretty easily. However, they could be trying to get a weapon out. They might be trying to get a weapon out, so when they finally do pull over, they're ready to fight me, or they're ready to hop out of their car with a gun in their hand. So that's a concern that happens sometimes. That actually happens, I wouldn't say fairly often in the United States, but it does happen on a regular basis in the United States. Not necessarily where I'm at specifically, but it does happen to police officers in the United States every year for sure. Like definitely that's going to happen to some police officers in this country. So I had one where they went 1.5 miles, and then I got out. We had 3 officers there. We approached the car carefully, and it was like they just didn't know they needed to pull over. So I explained it to them, and I was super nice with them. There's no need to be like jerks and like, oh, you should pull over. No, just be nice. They didn't understand. If it's obvious they're not trying to do anything wrong, then just be kind to them. Explain, okay, yeah, so in the future, just try to pull over when we're trying to stop you. So yeah, there's that. And then I had another one that happened. That one happened during the daytime. Then another one that happened at night, where it was on a highway, so we were going 50 miles an hour, and I followed them for like 6 or 7 miles at 50 miles an hour, so several minutes with my lights and my siren on, and I had other officers, you know, screaming their way over to get to me, and then finally we stopped them, and I had 2 or 3 officers with me, and I contacted them. Thankfully, they were the only person in the car, so it's pretty easy to like just, it's a little bit safer when they're only dealing with one person or one threat. Anyhow, went up there, contacted them. Okay, they just didn't understand. I explained it to them, educated them. That one had actually just gotten their license. I was like, I'm surprised they didn't tell you that when you're trying to get your license. But part of me thinks the solution should just be a university should put on. If I said my university name, I'll edit it out. I can't remember if I don't realize if I did or not, but to help keep from knowing where I work. But I think the university that that's in the city I work in should do something like that. So. But anyhow, guys, this is going to wrap up our episode here in Sandy Bay. I'll get the potatoes done before you see me again. I'm just going to let him chug away at it. But yeah, if you enjoyed, drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button up on your screen and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos that I may post. But yeah, and comment how we should spend the money, guys. We got a lot of money to spend, so let me know. All right, guys, this has been Farmer Cop. Thank you, and thank you for watching.